What's up, preppers? Welcome back to another video. This is a follow-on from the video that I did regarding entertainment and doing things with your family in a lockdown, grid down situation. Now, the question I was asked was to do a follow-on regarding people who are on their own. So, a lone wolf, as it were. Now, it's never my recommendation as a choice to be a lone wolf. And by lone wolf, if you don't know the term, means you're on your own, you don't have a mag, you don't have any plan to be with anybody else through an SHTF or TO's wacky situation, but you are relying on your own skills and just going solo. There's benefits and there's disadvantages. The biggest disadvantage being you have to sleep sometime, right? So with nobody to watch your back, you've got to really think about your security, about security for your doors and windows, so you wake up if someone tries to get in or does get in. And you've got to think about these things a lot more in detail. It's always better to have a group if that's possible. Now, what I would say is if you are a lone wolf, if you are somebody that's on your own, you've not got family around you, you've no one else that's prepping, then still prep to be part of a group. There's going to be opportunities arise where someone might come to your door, or you might need to bug out and go to somebody else's. So there's a good chance you would become part of a group that way, potentially. The benefit of obviously being a lone wolf is it's easier to hide, it's easier to be stealth when you're on the move. Personally, if I had to be in a lone wolf situation, I'm not sure how long I would actually bug in for. Because bugging in is where the security issues come in, where you've got to sleep and stuff like that. Whereas bugging out, there's lots of urban survival tricks to sleeping safely, to getting out into the middle of nowhere, to being in a more remote location. So there's all sorts that you can do on the move as a bug out if you're on your own. But let's say for argument's sake you are bugged in and you're all alone. Yes, it's the same situation as I was talking about. Obviously, you're not going to pull out the Monopoly and the deck of cards unless you're playing solitaire or you're just, playing more than one character in Monopoly. Not going to be much fun for very long. This is where I would emphasize what I did post on the other one, where the actual entertainment for yourself, books, DVDs, CDs, USBs with all sorts of music, TV series, DVDs, and manuals and guides and things like that stored on them. Learning will take up all of your brain power. It will take up all of your time if you're just learning new skills, trying new things. You might not have to work as hard to survive if you're on your own, as opposed to providing for a family or a large group. But that doesn't mean sit back and rest on your laurels and just eat and veg out. You still need to be very proactive. The mental health side of things plays a bigger part when you're on your own. It really does. And I've been in that situation. At the start of 2020, when we went into them lockdowns, I was on my own. And at that stage, we had no idea what, when, where, and how. And you remember the fear going widespread. You don't have to go that far back on YouTube to find the videos and stuff like that. So the fear was there. It was going to be this great big thing. At one point, I didn't think I'd be able to see my own kids. So it was a really scary time. I mean, I got through that with a lot of motivational stuff and the fitness side of things. Keeping my body active and keep on training was one of the biggest factors of getting through lockdown. That and some really good friends on VR. Other side of things, yes, it all still plays a big part as a lone wolf. If you enjoy your own company, brilliant. But loneliness and cabin fever can sneak up on you, even if you think you'll be all right. So make sure the same contingencies that I mentioned in the previous video, which I will link in this one, that you still take heed of that and take that into account as a person on your own. During peace times, it's a much better idea as a lone wolf to start to try and build them networks. As much as people don't like some of the forums, there's plenty out there. We have our own at ukprep.co.uk. There's people you can meet and talk to on there. I know for a fact some people that were lone wolves beforehand now have parts of a network. It may be spread over quite a distance, but it's still people. So if you had to make that journey, you've got other people there. So start looking at these networks now, building these relationships now. I would strongly recommend the prepper meets. I'm recommending the prepper meets, but to be fair, I've not been on it yet. My first one will be this weekend, the weekend of the 16th of August. But I'm really looking forward to it, excited about it, get to network and meet a lot of people and learn a lot of new skills. But that networking within the prepper community is key, and people have always shied away from it and worried about OPSEC in the past. But it's no longer a fringe group, and it's growing, and people are a lot more understanding of the reasons with the current climate in the world. If you're worried about your lone wolf status, if you're a single man or a single woman at home prepping for just yourself, then I strongly recommend you join the communities. You get networking as soon as possible and get beyond that fear of meeting new people when it comes to things like the meets and the forums, because after Teotihuacan event, it'll be too late. So don't regret it. Go and do it now. Start making that extra effort to meet other preppers, network, and build up your mag and your community. Hope this fills in a few of the blanks that people were asking from the last video. If not, I'll definitely be doing a follow-up soon. I think we might either do a fireside episode or a prepper podcast episode all about lone wolfing it. Stay tuned for that one, and don't forget to hit like, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you don't miss out on it. Don't forget, leave a comment below, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.
Yeah.